Hey guys, Bob Freking here.
Charles Gavino,
Ray Sanchez,
and Kevin Francisco.
And this is Ask YugaTech. For our episode, we're going to be having an automotive segment. So that's why we have Charles and Ray here, and Kev. So let's get into it. Our first topic is going to be about Chevrolet.
Okay, recently we went to Cebu for the launch of the new Chevrolet SUVs, and which will be launched here in the Philippines this October. And we have some thoughts about it actually. So Charles, what do you think about the...
Yeah, so Chevrolet is really stepping in the right direction here with the launch of the Trailblazer and the Colorado. These two SUVs and pickup are still built in Thailand, but they do follow the North American guise of the Colorado they have there. Meaning minus the leather padded dashboard and sidings and seats probably. It's almost exact same layout that you would get. So definitely a huge kudos to Colorado, to Chevrolet for doing that, or bringing that to the Trailblazer in Colorado. I'm definitely looking forward to doing a test drive with those units very soon.
Yeah.
So hopefully Chevrolet, wink wink, bring some of these units our way.
Okay, so for our second topic is PIMS 2016.
Yeah, recently there's this motor show that just concluded, right?
Yeah.
And we were there actually. Our team was there to...
What does PIMS stand for?
Philippine International Motor Show.
Yeah, 2016.
2016.
So yeah, actually they were there, and what did you think about the cars that you saw?
So for the Philippine International Motor Show, it's one of those really highly anticipated shows here in the Philippines. A lot of coverage has been done to PIMS, but one of the things that people don't really talk about.
God, now I want to kill that chicken!
Believe it or not, the manufacturers actually spend a lot of time and effort making sure that the exhibits that they show actually draw crowds in, right? So one of the surprising manufacturers, for us at least, here in YugaTech, would be Bike. Of all the manufacturers, they're the only ones who really push the envelope with their exhibits. And you guys can check out our short article on this so that you can get more details on what we're talking about.
Right.
Ray, how about the cars?
Yeah, I think you're with one of the highlights for me was really that ramp with a 4x4 Jeep-like thing that they had.
X424, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so the thing that really struck me up with PIMS though were the cars. I mean, that's the point of it. So a few things I really like. I was again surprised by Bike, how they're a Chinese company now in the Philippines, and it really shows that there is a future for Chinese companies in the Philippines. Because right now everything that's made in China, especially for cars, we sort of deviate from.
Yeah.
But now we're sort of starting to see that they are becoming an option, right? But for the main players, the Japanese cars and stuff, I was really pleased with the MX-5, right? So
we both were very pleased with the MX-5.
yeah, I mean it's a small car, but you fit in
I
it.
fit in, yeah.
Right?
With the roof up.
The roof up and the roof down, sort of.
Yeah.
But it was something that I really was looking forward to see, and it's great to actually sit in it. Hopefully one day drive it. Aside from that, we saw how technology was changing as well. We saw how Mitsubishi brought in the EV Outlander, the electric vehicle, and even Lexus started to launch the hybrid technology in the Philippines with the L500, L400H, right? So that's something that will definitely shape the future of motoring in the Philippines. But we're still glad to see that you have the petrol munching monsters like the GTR and hopefully the Supra.
Yep.
So that's still there. One thing we have to really consider in the Philippines, it will really depend on the market. So let's see.
And speaking about the market, let's talk about sub 1 million peso cars.
Right.
Kevin,
Okay.
you did an article on it,
Yep.
so we're interested to hear your thoughts on that.
So basically, people now they're looking for capable cars, but at the same time, they wanted to not to break the bank, right? So we created a list of cars that will fit in that price range, like 1 million and below. One of those cars is the EcoSport, which is priced at 988,000. And for me, it's a perfect mom car, I would say. Because knowing my mom, personally, my mom, she likes big spaces, and so she can put her groceries in and all that. And it's pretty affordable for what it can for what it is, right?
Yeah. I'd like to point out because when you ran this list, the new Innova still wasn't out. The previous Innova fell in this sub 1 million list, which for me was really perfect because you get the economy of a diesel, you get the space, the practicality, and the reliability of the Toyota. I know that they've stepped up in terms of quality and engine durability and what have you, but it's now outside that list. So I just like to point that out. I wish it still were because Kevin was talking about mom-mobiles and like that Nova's like the perfect family mobile. Like my mom and my dad, they have their 2006 Innova and it's clocked in like 300,000 kilometers already, literally, and it's still going strong. Right. So
How much is the Innova?
nowadays, it's the cheapest one is like 1.2 million.
So it's no longer
sub 1 million.
Sub 1 million. But during the time of this article,
there was.
The one thing that I really liked though was because it was able to provide a DCT sub 1 million pesos. And it's it is kind of a budget car, the Hyundai Accent. And the thing is, it's a DCT and the diesel. I don't think there's anything else that would offer that here in the Philippines.
For the price, no.
For the price, for this specific sub 1 million price range, that's it. That's your option. The DCT is tuned for economy, and I think that the DCT in the Philippines, especially the dry types, not really meant for the traffic that we have here. But to have that combination in this price range, still. Big props to Hyundai for bringing something like that in.
And for those who are wondering what the DCT is, so that's a double clutch transmission. That's the almost exact same clutch except for tuning that you can find in GTR.
Right, so basically it's engineered like a manual transmission controlled by a computer.
Yep.
And it functions when you drive it like an automatic basically.
Yep. And one of the things that we actually found in the car that we're reviewing is the Suzuki Ciaz. So the Suzuki Ciaz also falls on this category. If you guys have any questions about it, if you want us to try something with it, probably
we're doing a
review.
So we're actually doing a review right now. It's parked downstairs, and we're gonna have it for the next few days. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send that to us.
On that note, like if you have any questions at all, just send it our way. We'll be more than happy to answer
You can
that.
use the hashtag #YugaTech for that as well.
Right.
Any first impressions?
First impressions. I
You
think.
got it like what, 2 or 3 days ago?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
Yeah, so I got it yesterday, and I've had it for 24 hours now. And the one thing that I really like about it is the space. There is a lot of rear legroom in that car.
For me, I've driven it for like 10 minutes going here.
So how was your 10 minutes?
My 10-minute experience so far. I mean, you really have to remember what you're getting into when you get into Ciaz, right? I mean, definitely not going to be like the most luxurious car out there, not going to be the fastest car out there. It's not even apparently the most economical car out there. But for what you get, like 888,000 pesos, you get like a reliable 4-speed automatic. You get a 1.4 gasoline engine. Pretty decent like consumption. You guys have to remember, these are the type of cars that you're gonna drive in traffic. You don't need like a monster V8 or an inline 6 or a V6 when you're traversing EDSA at like 5 kilometers per hour.
And speaking of traffic, since there is a law that you're not supposed to be using your mobile phone in traffic, this specific model, the GLX top of the line that comes in at 888, already comes with Android Auto.
Yeah. So that means you can mirror link any Android devices on the head unit. So it's just no extra,
within reach.
Yep.
So that's something that other car manufacturers aren't able to give us at this price range just yet. So my initial impression after 24 hours of driving this, City has some really good competition this year. Unless you want to send us on the City. Rivals of the Ciaz.
Direct rivals.
The Ciaz has always been up against the City. right? So the Honda City and
So City Fiesta.
City Fiesta and well, because of the price range, Hyundai Accent.
So
Right.
City Fiesta Vios.
Yeah. So Hyundai Accent, you do get a diesel engine, right? If you want to go for a 4-speed automatic gasoline engine, you can for much less. The dual clutch
How much
transmission-
less though?
well, the dual clutch transmission comes in at 10,000 pesos more, right? So it's 898, and you get the diesel and the dual clutch. For 10,000 bucks more, I think that's worth it. Although you do lose the the Android Auto and some climate control settings. But if you're looking for something to propel you with enough torque, that's
The
a good
accents where
option.
you should be going.
Yeah.
I've ridden in Ubers that have been utilizing like some of the top of the line Vioses. What I like about the Ciaz is that it's not pretentious.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but inside the Vios, there's like a weird flap on the dashboard and on the side panel that it's trying to mimic leather. That's stitched. But it's actually plastic.
That's stitching.
Yeah, that's stitching. So when you like try to scratch it, there's no stitch there. It's all plastic.
Yeah, so the Ciaz.
The Ciaz is pretty honest. Like it's trying to
Yeah.
simulate like the consistency of leather, but texture. Yeah, but it's not. It's just textured plastic.
but it's not
basically.
fake stitching.
It's not fake stitching, right?
But even the steering wheel, the Ciaz had actual stitching.
It had actual stitching, so it's not urethane
And
plastic.
you
that's
and you do
molded.
get leather interior for the 888,000 peso for the
Yeah. Part of it is leather.
So
But we'll see. I mean, we still have a few more days. So I hope you guys are able to join us. We're gonna do a quick, or like rather a quick day trip with the Ciaz. We're gonna be taking it down south and see how it performs. And we'll get back to you on what our final thoughts are once we've done that.
we've been talking about dual clutch transmissions and diesel engines and
Fuel
fuel economy in general.
And EDSA.
and EDSA and how we're not supposed to use our mobile phones. But if you really want to beat traffic and save a lot on fuel, I think Kevin has a very good suggestion on how to do that.
I think to solve traffic, to beat traffic actually.
solve traffic.
Yeah, to solve your
Dude, careful there.
That's a big problem. We're gonna vote for you for president if you
Yeah.
this
Bikes
properly.
everywhere. So yeah, you could try riding on a bike and zooming past the people in traffic, and you can actually see them. They kind of pissed at you, and you look at them. So and we actually reviewed a mountain bike recently. It's by Specialized. It's called an Epic. It's an epic ride actually. It's priced at 235k, but that's one of the kind of a low-level, entry-level model actually.
What puts it at that price? 200?
Wow, so that's low level.
Low level?
Yeah.
What, so why is it?
A low level.
Why is a low level bike
230?
200?
Well, number one is the material used, of course. It's
What is it?
made of carbon.
Carbon fiber.
Yeah, so it's light and rigid and tough.
How heavy is it?
11.2 kilograms. The whole thing.
That's
22 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just pretty much lift it with one hand. And it's ready all the time. It's always ready to take off, to lift off. One pedal, one what do you call
a
that?
stroke.
Yeah, one stroke, and
You're good to go.
But that's entry level. What
What
what's
makes
the
it more
higher level?
expensive? What is higher level?
well,
than
for one, it's the
carbon fiber?
World Cup. It's the World Cup model.
Okay.
Meaning it has yung geometry. The geometry is different. It's more compact.
Okay.
The chain stays are shorter, and so it's easier to turn and whip.
Okay, so it's shorter wheelbase.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's 1x11 drivetrain. Meaning you don't have to use like 2x11 or 3x11. So it's only running on one chain ring.
Okay.
So it's capable of going uphill fast, clocking like few minutes long.
So we're able to do this.
Yeah. We actually have a review, and if you want to check it out, it's in our website.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep.
So if you have 230,000 pesos just lying around at home and you want
You
a
can,
decent
Yeah. So if you can't afford a car yet, and you have 200,000 pesos, get a bike, and not the Chinese car.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yet.
Not yet.
I guess that's pretty much for this week's episode, right?
So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave us a thumbs up. Comment any questions that you may have on our reviews on the Ciaz and anything in general. So once again, this is Bob,
Charles.
Ray.
And Kevin.
and we'll see you in the next video.
Alright.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.